First drive will start at the 25.
Play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Throwing on first down is Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
48-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Handoff as they run the counter play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Keep going. Keep running, man.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 7, Broncos 0.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsay. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsay. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Jaguars 14, Broncos 0. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some doubt.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series? Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
27-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Locke. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Locke looks to throw it again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Hassan Reddick in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Jones to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Number 42.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At his own 48-yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd down.
Jones now. Off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second. And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Block off of play action. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Jones off the play fake. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
That third down conversion good for 23.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Off play action. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
To Jerry Judy.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Locke again. That's caught left side by Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 57 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that goes for a gain of 31. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They run the counter now on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Locke. The hitter here is complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. 1st down Broncos as Locke finds Judy.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Ball carried by
well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish an inside run with toughness now. Hope we'll get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Broncos on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. From the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
24-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Locke now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The Broncos 32-yard line.
Now Jones. The open man is Westbrook. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On first down, Locke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Reddick in on the tackle. Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Locke going to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now it's Lindsey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones out to the flat, and that's caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jags, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.